Hi everyone. I'm gonna do one more video, because while I was noticing the band over here, there's something really fascinating that happens. Meanwhile, I'm still over here trying to process what's going on, but you can kind of see there's like this demand to pull charge in, and it comes back around here, and it comes up here. It kind of shoots back over here, and it's drawing in charges from one side and it's pulling back around. There's frequencies going, there's a lot going on. We're just trying to process it all. You can kind of see there's like I don't even know how to describe it. These definitely frequencies. I'm going to talk a little about those here because I didn't talk enough about them. But we're going to talk about square waves too. Let's just come back over to here for the start. I made a, oop, I didn't want to do that. I made a line. Whatever, it's not important. It's about, now what I'm doing, I started up here. There's a really distinct point. It's easy to start from. I can do it again. And I just brought it down here. But notice when Michael Steinbacher was talking about this, how this comes back down around. This falls in line with that, where it's, I didn't even mean to do that. And he was talking about the Potomac. That's over here. I'm going to show this real quick. While we're here along this line, you can see these are like bounce, a couple bounces. This all looks carved in to me. This kind of looks carved in. But you're going along this line and it's you get the lakes. All the lakes. This is a distinct band that runs all the way up here. All the way up here. And kind of all the way out into here. If I wanted to move it, I could maybe move it here. But you come back down here, and it's still, everything's in line. Like this nice, these come back down around. This comes like right down. But you zoom back out. I'm going to retrace that general line. One more. Here. Oop. Zoom out. Down to about here. Or so. Something like that. But just look at this area right here. All up here, it looks like it's pulling charges. Like it has to strip electrons or something from this material, pulling it off from here, and it's sending directly right down here. It's bringing it all, it's funneling it in right over to here, back over to this region. And all this stuff, there's it's coming back down, but like right here, you can really see it. It wants just, this comes right back in here. All this stuff is, it seems like it's sending charges right in here. And while it's doing that, it's probably affecting this land, I would guess. But coming over to this map, frame of reference, we're like over here, or over here somewhere. Where are we? Zoom back out. There's the bulge. We're on the other side of the bulge. But you can see this stuff is coming out here and it's bringing it back down around here. But on this side it's kind of fracturing in. But this distinct band comes right back in around here. Funnels it down in there. This fractals in, that's that band, and you can see these kind of fall in line with that, but then you get the perpendicular branching. But this is really cool when you scroll across here. I wanted to find some of these square waves, so I'm just going to take you through this area along this coastline, and you can see there's this coming in here, but then there's also this coming through it. And these all kind of fall in line. You get to see stuff like this. This kind of reminds me of a lung or something. Something that it's got a very natural essence to it, but how it all flows and why. See what I'm saying? This is on the earth. This isn't in a creature, but it looks like something you would see in biology class. And you see all these little patterns inside this, and you see all these bubbling here. Nothing here, but just bubble, bubble, bubble. Squiggles all over this in this section. It's crazy trying to process it all. You scroll down, that's more of the filamentary, but this is all running in along with that. This, let me zoom out. It comes out from the ocean in. This whole area is funneling in. And here's where we get our squares. This is where we get our square waves over here. There's some more long Swiss cheese. This is okay. Yeah, here we go. Now you really see it. See these bubbles? Let me zoom back. Oop. We're gonna get there, but whoa, what's going on here is really the question. And when you see these, let me zoom in. You have all these bubbles. There's the line, but you get all these square waves. And you see these different waves you can get out of a frequency. And what's going on with these? These aren't just pictures. They don't just happen in plasma tubes. We see these out in the ocean, and there's something going on to cause this, where one current goes one way and the other, and the resonance of the two causes these patterns. But this is fluid down here. This is fluid in the water. When we're looking at these pictures, there's all these square waves, but these are in the water, and you come over here and these are in the land at a larger scale, and then there's larger effects. This is like a plume, but it starts in here and comes out to here. This is all very fascinating stuff up around here. It looks alien. It doesn't look like Earth, but it is. So these waves were traveling through with all the other stuff going on, and you see these perpendiculars in some of the features. Like it's just this region, but there's these distinct bands, and it comes in down here a little bit, but very prominently up here. But right here you can see it's focusing in on this area and pulling this larger filamentary band. And then you zoom out And you can kind of see there's this going on. But right here is, so where you're getting a square, you can see there's a couple things going on. Whereas this and this, it's a lot to process. But this, you really get to see how these currents, it's being, there's a resistance here from one to another in direct opposition, and that comes back around here. That causes a pattern here, which carries over, it rebounds across the world. But as it's doing that, there's the need to steal charges from here and send it, funneling it down here. So when we say it was one event, it looks kind of like it to me. It's hard to deny that. And I mean, you see this, it's funneling in to a pattern. And it's not just in the rivers, it's not just in the mountains, it's in everything. So I hope this gives you an idea of how I see the world, because I'm going to keep making more of these. I thought this was really cool though. I didn't even notice that before, but every time I take a look at the world, you kind of notice new things. But this I found was really, really cool because you really get to see what's going on. It's taking, all this needs to come right in here. You really get to see that it's coming right in here, and it's coming fast. You get this over here. It's kind of all a rebound effect. And yeah, you gotta think, like, so there's a North Pole here, and this is out of scale because we're looking at a two-dimensional object instead of a three, but it, when these features do carry out like that, and like this isn't by the pole anymore, this is on the surface of the earth. That's a distinct semicircle. All this here, and then you go back and you learn physics, and you see all these right angles, and then you learn the right hand rule, and then they teach you about square waves, and you're like, oh, that kind of explains some of this, all these weird features up here. But anyway, I'm gonna have to make a lot more because processing this takes some time, and I'm still getting used to making videos. So hope everyone enjoys, and maybe we'll figure all of this out one day soon. Alright, take care everyone. Good night.